What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here with your second stimulus check update and daily news report. In this video, we will hear directly from Congress and the Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin regarding the next stimulus package and what we will expect going forward with receiving checks and unemployment benefits and general stimulus. Also, at the end of this video, I'm going to give you another state and local program that is paying out stimulus right now to their residents. I have all sorts of information for you guys in this video, so make sure to watch to the end. Also, if you can, give this video a like down below. It really helps out our channel. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new videos. Okay, first, let's go and hear from Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin, who is in charge of the U.S. Treasury regarding the next stimulus package and the money.
Target some other places that are just hospitality. Get this done in the next month because as it gets colder, these institutions and these companies, small business, they're all going to close. It's too cold. What can you do for them?
Well, I understand that the Democrats didn't want us to do anything before the election because they didn't want to do something that could be helpful to the president. But I had hoped now that we're past the election that the Democrats would work with us. Again, during the CARES Act, we had incredible bipartisan support, and we'll be redoubling our efforts to sit down and try to get something done. That's really what's important. And what the economy needs is now more fiscal support. And again, as it relates to these facilities, all we're letting do is the ones that were supposed to expire at the end of the year will expire. The ones that don't, we're renewed. And $500 billion, Jim. We want to go spend that money for people who need it.
Well, can you pledge that later today you'll sit down or at least have a dialogue, courteous dialogue, with Speaker Pelosi about trying to get this done?
Well, I can tell you Mark Meadows and I will be speaking with Mitch McConnell and Kevin McCarthy this morning, and we are going to come up with a plan to sit down with Pelosi and Schumer and try to get a targeted bill done for the people that really need it. And hopefully the Democrats will work with us, and hopefully that'll get done.
Now, Mitch McConnell and Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi have agreed to sit down and actually had a meeting yesterday regarding the next stimulus package and the government shutdown that will happen on December 11th. They're working on both of these details right now, and there's a possibility that they might bundle both of these deals and pass a stimulus package and a government shutdown bill to prevent the government from shutting down together. Now, of course, Steve Mnuchin is the current Treasury Secretary. Joe Biden has just announced that he has chosen his new Treasury Secretary.
You'll soon hear my choice for Treasury. I've made that decision. We've made that decision. And you'll hear that either just before or just after Thanksgiving, number one. And you'll find it is someone who I think will be accepted by all elements of the Democratic Party, from the progressive to the moderate coalitions.
We also have some encouraging words from House Speaker and second person in charge of the Democrats now behind Joe Biden. Speaker Nancy Pelosi has some positive things to say about stimulus.
Now 250,000 Americans, as I mentioned, are dead. The number's rising. Over 6 months ago, when we passed the HEROES Act, Leader McConnell said, "We need a pause. We need a pause." Well, I would hope that for him, the pause can come to an end. Nearly 200,000 people have died during that pause. So we're asking him, come back to the table. A few days ago, Leader Schumer and I sent him a letter, which you've all seen, asking the Republicans to come back to the table to meet the needs of the American people, which they have been willing to ignore. We would like to extend some of the provisions of the CARES Act, which are set to expire at the end of this year. We want to, again, add to that meeting the food needs. Over 17 million children in America are food insecure, and we have a hard time getting to put addressing those food needs into legislation. We must have that. The American people want that. That's part of our value system. Again, let's have help with rental assistance. Okay, have a moratorium, but Unless the rent is paid, people are not going to be able to stay in their homes, and their landlords are not going to be able to pay the bank. So this helps everybody. It has become clear in the past 6 months that we needed more PPP to help our small businesses. Let's work that in, as we have tightened our belt any number of times in our HEROES Act, and once again a month ago to include PPP.
Now, House Minority Leader, who is the leader of the Republicans in the House, who have actually gained ground, is again calling for Nancy Pelosi's resignation, or to have her actually removed from office for delaying the stimulus package on purpose.
23 Democrats. I take them at their word and at their signature. They're in session today. They can sign the discharge petition, and this could be done today. Help could be on the way. Speaker Pelosi's approach that nothing is better than something is wrong, and everybody knows it. And the American people have paid the price for it. And now Democrats are clamoring to go home for the rest of the year. That's a disgrace. You signed a letter, you put your name to it, and you stated that if something did not happen, a discharge petition you would go to. Well, you know what? Nothing happened. Your leadership and Speaker Pelosi said nothing is better than something. And we watched hundreds of thousands of businesses shut down to lose their dream. We have $138 billion already appropriated, already sitting there. All it takes is your signature and follow through on what you said you would do. Now is the day, now is the time, and let's stop playing games and let's work for the American public.
Have you had a single conversation about COVID relief in any substantive manner in the last couple of days?
With who?
With anybody. Anybody who is empowered to make a deal.
Well, in the House, I serve in the House, it'd be the Speaker of the House, no.
Have you talked to McConnell? Have you talked to the White House?
I've talked to McConnell, yes, and I've talked to the White House, yes.
And could you give us a sense of where things are going?
Well, the things are still at the same place. There's one roadblock. There's one big wall that has stopped this the entire time, and it's Speaker Pelosi. I would think after the politics that she played and the election being over, that she'd now put the American public first. She still seems to be in the same position. But the good news is you have 23 Democrats who put their name to a letter back in September who said, if you did not do your job, Speaker Pelosi, we would sign the discharge petition. So now if they keep their word, if their word is true and the letter is right, we can get at least PPP relief going.
The good news is that both sides are talking about this every single day at this point, and they seem to be making it a priority. Of course, we know how priorities in Congress go, but at least they're talking about it every single day. Right after the election, there was a period of time, and right before the election, that the election took the priority, and that seems to have been gone now. And at least what they say they're doing is stimulus is the priority. We should be, whenever they can pass a package, be receiving checks of at least $1,200. Two people would be $2,400. That $2,400 is actually the magic number for several reasons. One, that is the minimum amount of checks that two people receive, $1,200, $1,200. Joe Biden also wants to raise Social Security, SSI, railroad benefits, and people on Social Security benefits by $200 per month, which is also $2,400 per year. And the Democrats also want an unemployment extension of $600 per week, which is also $2,400 per month. That $2,400 seems to be the magic number going around. In addition to that, states and cities are passing stimulus to you right now. There's all sorts of programs across the United States. I'm covering different states every single video, or at least every single day, where this is being passed. They're spending money that the states got from previous stimulus packages that they have to spend now before the end of the year. And a lot of states are giving money to their residents, to you guys, in the form of stimulus money for mortgage and rental assistance, or just to pay your bills. And let's cover a new state right now. Massachusetts has announced a few weeks ago that they have a statewide stimulus packages for all sorts of things in Massachusetts and Boston. Governor Baker has announced hundreds of millions of dollars for citizens of Massachusetts. As you can see here, they have hundreds of millions of dollars for different small businesses, different people, different mortgage and rental assistances. So if you guys are from Massachusetts, I recommend you look into this. Do a Google search on the Massachusetts stimulus program. This website is capecod.com, which is actually one of my wife's favorite places to go. We used to drive there. We didn't go this year, did we? We didn't go this year because of the pandemic, but oftentimes we'll drive from Ohio to Cape Cod in the summer and spend a amazing week there in Cape Cod. Let me know if you have ever been there, because it's an amazing place and one of my wife's most favorite childhood memories. Also, I will be having another What's in the Box contest. We're going to be giving away $500 to viewers in total, 5 different people, $100. If you can guess what's in a box that I will be having, I will be giving you clues for those starting here in the next video or two, next couple videos. So make sure you're subscribed with the bell icon on and all notifications on, and share this video so others like you will know what is going on with these current stimulus packages and new ones coming out. I will keep you guys updated. You can click on this top video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video teaches you how to start your own business selling products on Amazon FBA. I have dozens of students that have replaced their entire 9-to-5 income by selling products on Amazon, and I teach them how to do that. Click on one of those videos to watch them next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.